Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the program, listening to God daily through His Word, where I take a portion of Scripture, read out loud, and make application. Chapter 14 of First Samuel is an account of what happened when a man trusted God to work. My question to you is, do we do this today? Are we trusting God against insurmountable odds to take care of the things that need to be taken care of? Or do we scheme and connive and strategize and come up with what we think is the best plan? In chapter 13, we see Saul and Jonathan and all the people of Israel running away from the Philistines. And the Philistines have free reign to go and pillage and plunder how they like. Well, Jonathan does something different in chapter 14. We're going to read verses 1 through 14 and ask yourself, would you do what Jonathan is doing against what looks to be insurmountable odds? Let's get into it. 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 1. Now it came to pass upon a day that Jonathan the son of Saul said unto the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over to the Philistines' garrison that is on the other side. But he told not his father. And Saul tarried in the uttermost part of Gibeah under a pomegranate tree, which is in Migron. And the people that were with him were about 600 men. And Ahiah, the son of Ahitub, Ichabod's brother, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eli, the Lord's priest in Shiloh, wearing an ephod, and the people knew not that Jonathan was gone. And between the passages by which Jonathan sought to go over unto the Philistines' garrison, there was a sharp rock on the one side and a sharp rock on the other side. And the name of the one was Bozez, and the name of the other was Seneh. The forefront of the one was situate northward over against Michmash, and the other southward over against Gibeah. And Jonathan said to the young man that bare his armor, Come, let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be the Lord will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. And his armor bearer said unto him, Do all that is in thine heart. Turn thee. Behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. Then said Jonathan, Behold, we will pass over unto these men, and we will discover ourselves unto them. And if they say unto us, Tarry until we come to you, then we will stand still in our place, and we will not go up unto them. But if they say, Come up unto us, then we will go up. For the Lord hath delivered them into our hand, and this shall be a sign unto us. And both of them discovered themselves unto the garrison of the Philistines. And the Philistines said, Behold, the Hivites come forth out of the holes which they had hid themselves. And the men of the garrison answered Jonathan and his armor bearer, and said, Come up to us, and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said unto his armor bearer, Come up after me, for the Lord hath delivered them into the hand of Israel. Jonathan climbed up upon his hands, upon his feet, and his armor bearer after him, and they fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer slew after him. And that first slaughter which Jonathan and his armor bearer made was about 20 men, within, as it were, half an acre of land, which a yoke of oxen might plow. So what's going on here? God was going to take care of his children of Israel. He gave them the king they wanted, although it was an ineffectual kingdom because Saul didn't do what he should have done. He didn't wait on God. He was trying to do things in his own strength, and as a result, the people of Israel ran away. They were afraid. Jonathan says he can go because God is not restrained by numbers. If it was Jonathan by himself, he could have gone. But his armor bearer said, I'll go with you. Everyone needs somebody by their side. It's nice to have an armor bearer or a friend who will work with you in the Lord. You have someone like that? If you don't, maybe you can be someone like that to somebody who needs help in the Lord. Two is always better than one. A twice folded cord or a twice wrapped cord is stronger than a single. So Jonathan says, it's not up to us, it's up to the Lord whether he can save. So Jonathan comes up with a plan, and nobody knows his plan. Saul doesn't know his plan. The priests don't know his plan. Nobody's praying for him. He didn't even pray before he went. He just said, if God is for us, this can happen. And he said, the plan is if they say, come up to us, then God is telling us to go. If they stay there, then we'll stay there. Now, if you had a garrison of Philistines and these pipsqueak Israelites were coming at you, what would you tell them? Would you tell them to stay away? No, you think you're so brave and bold and able that you can invite any number of men into your camp and just destroy them because, after all, it's your camp. So it was unlikely that these Philistines were going to tell Jonathan to stay put. In fact, they made fun of them. Oh, look, they're crawling out of the holes that they've hid themselves. But when Jonathan and his bearer went up there, Jonathan told him, "Come on, the Lord can do this. It's not up to us." And Jonathan crawled on his hands and knees, at which point, by the way, he was very vulnerable. His armor bearer did the same. But when they came through the rocks, those two sharp rocks, they fell upon the Philistines and they killed 20 men. Two of them killed 20 strong, able Philistine men. And remember, just Saul and Jonathan had weapons. The armor bearer didn't have a weapon. He was the armor bearer, but he went with him. So here's Saul, here's Jonathan with weapons, and Jonathan went up there. Well, guess what? After the first Philistine was killed, the armor bearer had a weapon. When they got finished killing everybody, they had 20 weapons, plus whatever else was in that little camp there. We don't need to be afraid of the odds if we're doing things for God. We don't need to worry about the world if we're doing things for God. It's nice to have a partner, but when you make up your mind to do something for God, you may be surprised the partners that come alongside of you. Sometimes people are just waiting for somebody to stand up for God. Now, if nobody's standing up for God where you are, you may be that one. So if you are, pray about it and go to work. God has work for us to do. The world needs to be told about his love, his salvation, his sacrifice. Are you going to be the one? Are you going to be the Jonathan? You can be the armor bearer. He killed some too. Says there, he slew after him. All right, guys, I hope this is a help and a blessing. Until next time, we'll finish off this story and see what happens to the Philistine just from these two men that got things started. Thanks for watching. Until then, keep listening to God.